Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is a guide on how you can buy a fragrance for your beloved and have some kind of clue about what they might like, how you can choose that fragrance and feel reasonably safe that you're buying them a nice fragrance that they're going to enjoy. This is specifically with Valentine's in mind, but you can take these principles for any time of the year that you might want to gift a perfume for your girlfriend, wife, etc. So let's get into it. Number one, you really need to know what they like. So you don't want to go blindly into a shop and just sniff different perfumes and choose the one that you like the most, because there's a good chance that it might not be a fragrance that your beloved would enjoy. So also, sales assistants can be really helpful, but they can also have their own agenda in mind. So you need to be aware they might just be trying to make a sale because they're on commission, and therefore it's not always the case that the sales assistant is going to guide you in the right direction. But sometimes they can be brilliant if you go armed with the right information. So you need to know what your lady currently wears. So you can obviously, if you have access, you can go digging around and have a look and see what she currently has. What are the ones that she's wearing the most? You can start asking questions. You know, if you smell a perfume on her, you can say, oh, that's nice, what one are you wearing? Oh, I like that one. And then you can take these perfumes to an amazing website, which I'm sure most of you already know. Is called Fragrantica, fragrantica.com, and that will list all the notes in the perfumes. So for example, your other half has 5 perfumes that she owns, and you can type them all into the Fragrantica database and it will tell you the notes. And then what you want to do is have a look at what notes are in common, and you might find a running theme. For example, maybe almost all of them have jasmine, maybe almost all of them have vanilla. Just look at what are the most, have a look at the notes that keep recurring. And you also want to look at the type of fragrance that they are. So are they all orientals, or are they all gourmands? Are they all sort of fresh, fruity? Have a look at the type of fragrances that they are, and then you have more of an idea now what to look for. Look out for fragrances with those common notes in them. Also, what kind of brands are they? Are they all designer? Are they all upper end designer like Chanel, Dior? Or are they sort of mid-range like Jimmy Choo? Have a look, and then that will give you an idea of what type of brand that she goes for. Talking of brands, another thing you can do is have a look at her skincare and makeup. And if she has a particular brand that she really has a lot of, so for example Tom Ford, Chanel, Dior, if she already has a brand loyalty, then that's a really good place to start, because you can't really go wrong if someone already loves a brand for their skincare, for their makeup, or maybe even for their clothes. Then there's a good chance they're going to be really happy to receive a perfume from the same brand. So that's a good place to start, but you're never going to be 100% on the money in terms of is she going to love the fragrance. You're really never going to know for sure. So a great thing to try to do, if possible, is if you are shopping in person, ask if they can give you a sample to put in with the gift. So buy the bottle that you think she's going to love the most, but have a sample and get her, when she opens the present, you can get her to try the sample first, get a gift receipt if she doesn't love the perfume. Or maybe, for example, it's a Chanel Chance. You buy her Chanel Chance, she has a sample with it, she tries it and she likes it, but she thinks maybe she would like Chanel Chance Au Tendre or Chanel Chance Au Vivre or whatever. she could then go back with the gift receipt and return it and swap it for the one that she likes better. Another option, particularly if you go more niche and artisan, then a lot of the brands do offer sampling services. Some of them offer a really good deal, so you can just buy the sample set and have her choose the fragrance that she wants out of the sample set, and oftentimes the brand will include a deal so that you get the cost of the sample set back towards a purchase. Brands that do this at the moment off the top of my head are St. Giles. They have a really nice tuberose fragrance called the Actress, if she's a tuberose lover. Also Gallivant, they do a brilliant deal with that as well, and they have a really lovely choice of fragrances, lots to choose from, and they're just off the top of my head. Or what you can do is, if you're not sure, there's some companies offer really small travel sizes, so if you're not sure, you could just pick a few from the travel sizes instead, and then hopefully she will love at least one of them. Great travel sizes are done by Zoologist, although Zoologists are definitely not for the faint of heart. She would need to be a fragrance lover already. Really, the Zoologists aren't that mass appealing, is what I'm trying to say. But if she is a fragrance lover, you could get her a few travel sizes from Zoologist. 4160 Tuesdays are much more mass appealing. Highly recommend them. Even if she's not into niche or artisan at the moment, you really don't need to be. Most of them are not that challenging. So you could go online and pick a few in the very small sizes, and generally speaking, if you've already done your research, if you know that there's lots of really gorgeous fruity floral type fragrances, really beautiful sweet fragrances, gourmand fragrances. There's a few challenging ones in there as well, but mostly if you read the notes, you're gonna have a good idea of what you're getting. So that's a great idea as well. Just buy the smaller sizes and you can buy a few, and then she's got a little bit of choice as well, and you're more likely to pick a winner out of several that you've picked. Now, if your beloved is a niche head, if she is already in the fragrance community, if she's a bit fussy, as many of us are, once you really get into fragrances you can get quite fussy, I would say you definitely don't just want to randomly pick a fragrance out for her. You should totally go down the route of a sample set and base it on the research that you've done. Have a look at the brands that she's got at the moment, and I would say you can really divide up niche into several different categories. You have the artisan independent perfumers such as Papillon Perfumery, Francesca Bianchi, it's that kind of thing. Or you have the more mass appealing niche, which would be the likes of BDK, Initio, Parfum de Marly, Maison Francis Kirk de Jeanne, the ones that you can find, Creed for example, the ones you can find in department stores. They would be what I would call mass appealing niche. If that's what she mostly has, then definitely stick within the mass appealing niche arena. Don't suddenly buy her Francesca Bianchi, because they are definitely more of a challenge. If, however, there is a lot of indie and unusual crazy stuff in there, then I would say go for it. Just find an unusual brand that does a great sample set. If you really don't know the person you're buying for that well at the moment, let's say you're hoping to push things along so that you do know them a bit better, so that you do have access to their perfume wardrobe, but let's say you don't have that access at the moment, you don't really know what they wear, what they like, then you can obviously try and find out from conversations that you can have. You could wear a fragrance yourself and say, do you like this new fragrance I'm trying? Spark a conversation. find out then what she likes. Do you like your fragrances sweet? Is this too sweet for you? Do you like your fragrances to be vanillic? Do you like florals? Have a conversation. If you know their friends and family, you could always go in that route, find out what their favourite perfumes are. Definitely ask them what they're wearing whenever you notice they're wearing a perfume, and they will give you a clue. They might say, oh, it's Chloe, I always wear Chloe, I wear nothing but Chloe. If that's the case, then what you could do is buy the matching products for the Chloe fragrance, because that's just such a nice thing to have. If that you have one signature scent, then a really lovely thing to do is to be able to have a matching body lotion, shower gel, hair mist, whatever's available in that perfume would make a really thoughtful and really useful and lovely gift that they will actually truly enjoy. So I highly recommend doing that. If your partner already has a signature scent and already has enough of that perfume, they don't need another bottle, because a backup bottle of something you already have isn't really that exciting or romantic. But if you have some new products in the same line, then that is really nice. So I would highly recommend doing that. So there you go, nothing really groundbreaking, but I hope that it helped in some way. If you are looking to buy a fragrance for a loved one, I do hope the advice was of some use. Let me know. You could like the video. If you did think the video was useful, you can click the dislike button, but I'm not going to know that that happened because YouTube stopped showing us the dislike button a while ago, which is actually slightly annoying because it does help. But you can always comment in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions or any advice for anyone else out there that's looking to buy a fragrance for someone. Would love to for you to share that in the comments. That's it then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.